Welcome to the mysterious and fascinating world of the Thaumaturge. Today you'll see a few fragments of a quest that will take place in the upcoming game. The Thaumaturge is an isometric RPG set in an alternative 1905 Warsaw, where history crosses paths with fantasy. During this quest, we take on the role of Wiktor Szulski, the game's main protagonist, who must help a fearful woman flee the city. Swietłana is a member of the Tsar's court, and her disappearance might raise questions from some dangerous individuals. Scared for her life, Swietłana reaches out to Wiktor for help. At the Imperial Hotel where they are supposed to meet, Wiktor encounters the agents of Ochrana, the Tsar's secret police. A fight ensues. Apart from fast and slow physical attacks, Wiktor can also use his unique abilities to influence an enemy's focus and have a chance at executing stronger, spectacular attacks on them. The main power of the Thaumaturge is dependent on salutars, otherworldly beings only practitioners of this mysterious art can see and interact with. Every salutar has a unique skill set. For example, Bukavach specializes in brutal attacks that will get stronger as enemies grow weaker. Veles, on the other hand, can help Wiktor in seemingly hopeless situations, but at the same time forces you to kind of gamble on our hero's life. Once the fight is over, we can proceed with the story. Be on the lookout, though. Exploring the world of the Thaumaturge comes with plenty of additional benefits. Wiktor can use his perception to find some interesting items in the surrounding area, and, what's even more important, read the emotions attached to them by their owners. This could prove useful further down the road. For now, let's talk to Swietłana.
Wiktor, I need to flee the country. Do you understand?
I can arrange that.
To help Swietłana escape, Wiktor must talk to his friend who has connections with Warsaw's criminal underground. For this purpose, our hero visits the infamous London bar. Before we go forward, let's explore a bit. Our curiosity paid off. Investigating a few items found in the bar gave Wiktor a chance to earn enough experience to improve his thaumaturgical skills. In the Thaumaturge, you level up by allocating the acquired thaumaturgy points to one of the 4 dimensions: heart, mind, deed, and word. These can be very useful as the game progresses. In time, Wiktor gets better at influencing other people, fighting, and even observing the surrounding world. Each skill Wiktor has can be upgraded at any given moment, making progression in the Thaumaturge quite a unique experience. Now, let's get back to our quest. Abaurycy Niecic is the owner of the London bar and a childhood friend of Wiktor, yet despite this, you should be careful when dealing with him.
We had one as long as you paid your dues.
Whenever I see you, you torturing somebody. Is there something you want to talk about?
Please, don't let him! I only owe 12 rubles!
Here we are facing a few dialogue options. Choosing different ones may impact the story ahead.
You'll make it up to me. Every kopiejka.
Humoring Abaurycy might help us reach our goal faster. At the same time, the consequences of making other people's lives miserable might eventually catch up with us.
I'm looking for safe and discreet transportation to Vienna. On the double quick.
I know a man, Javier something or other.
You know where I can find him?
You should talk to Foreman Romek. He usually recruits day laborers in the Powiśle district. He knows everybody there.
We're off to Powiśle in search of the smuggler, Javier. To move between the city districts, Wiktor can utilize a few means of public transport, including carriages and trams. Back in 1905, Powiśle was one of the most dangerous districts of Warsaw. If we were vigilant earlier in our story, things could potentially be much easier for Victor now. For example, when we encounter policemen guarding the entrance to the wharf, we can resort to violence again.
I'm sorry, but I need to get to the wharf.
And how do you intend to do that?
Yet, if we took the time to search the bodies of the Ochrana agents earlier, we might find an ID from one of them. This item will be useful in dealing with the local police at Powiśle.
Sergeant Karash, I'm here on official business.
The Flatfoots are gone, but I got a hunch I'm gonna have trouble with you.
Interesting hunch.
Searching a few locations and after a long investigation, Victor enters an underground fight club. Here, we meet Ariel Rofe, the leader of the smuggler ring in Powiśle. As you can see, Victor spots a saluter just behind Ariel, which means he's a thaumaturge too.
Welcome to the dungeon, a mecca of gambling and violence.
Now, we're off to fight more battles where we can apply the strategies we learned before, or try completely new ones, using other saluters available to command. As mentioned before, not all encounters in the Thaumaturge must be fought, and this one is no exception. That said, a victory here will lead us to meet Javier himself.
Good to meet a friend of Ariel's.
Now you can help Svetlana escape her pursuers. Will Victor succeed with our help? Find out soon enough while playing the Thaumaturge.
Peggy 16.
Classified France 44 is an ambitious new turn-based strategy game set in World War II during the desperate months leading up to the Allied invasion of France in June 1944. In World War II, the Allies of the Free Nations worked together to parachute the world's first special forces into occupied France. Uniting with the French resistance, they wrought havoc on the Germans in the run-up to D-Day. Combat in Classified France 44 emulates real-world fix and flank tactics. Use your firepower to pin the enemy in place, then move to a flanking position to kill them. Cover protects against gunfire, but it cannot shield you and your foes from the mental strain of combat. Suppress an enemy to make them less effective. Mentally break them, and they miss their turn. Every nearby shot and explosion damages morale, so in Classified, every shot counts. A successful infiltration relies on cunning use of your team's special skills. Conceal your squad in cover and vegetation, using distractions and silent takedowns to avoid detection. Thin down the enemy numbers, then, when your squad is in a good position to strike, launch your ambush. Classified pushes the genre in new and exciting directions. Characters have more action points for more nuanced and tactical play. Our flexible Overwatch system allows you to shoot or wait for another target, your choice. Foliage allows you to hide in plain sight. Weapons have a spray area, spelling danger for anyone near your target, including allies. You will start with a squad of elite special forces, then grow your team by recruiting fighters from the French Resistance. Each character can be customized with an evolving arsenal of authentic World War II equipment. Choose their loadout and hone their unique abilities as you play. The campaign challenges you to make vital, long-term decisions, with the ultimate aim of building the strongest resistance force before D-Day. On a map of northern France, you decide which missions to take, where to spend your resources, which factions to support, which regions to conquer, and which resistance abilities to pursue. What happens on D-Day will be down to your skill and strategic decision-making. Can you do enough to secure an Allied victory? Watch out for more in-depth gameplay videos soon.
PlayStation.
Just
iconic battles from across the Star Wars galaxy in this collection of 2 classic games. Up to 64 players can strike back against familiar faces in massive online battles. This collection includes additional playable characters such as Kit Fisto and additional maps like Jabba's Palace. Plus, battle as your favorite heroes or villains in Hero Assault. Play as Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader, and more on maps including Death Star and Naboo. Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection launches on the Nintendo Switch system March 14th. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
A terrorist group called Red Falcon has set up shop on the main island of Galuga. The Red Falcon are more powerful than we realized. It's clear why the Federation enlisted our EMC Contra unit.
Looks like break time's over. Lock and load. Hell yeah, brother.
Miss anything? Hands on the spread shot. Let's get to work.
Pardon me, boys. Let's make some noise. What did we learn? Growing up?
I have no choice. I'll avenge my people. Come, my friend.
Need another hand? I should have known Contra had arrived when the entire jungle caught fire.
Proceeding as normal. Neutralized. Success.
Contra, the Earth Marine Corps strikes.
Roger that. Cavalry's here.
Heads up!
Let's go!
Contra, Operation Galuga. Contra. Is that so?
I taught him that every choice counts. The choices he made changed his life and ours. He remembered Adelpha as a vast and beautiful ecosystem where every living thing has its place and its purpose. But the invaders brought Contra to our world and disconnected us from each other. You see, it is not enough just to climb every tower, as you might do on Earth. One must uncover how everything in our world is part of a whole. The many hidden relations that connect all living things on Adelpha in perfect harmony. He discovered our secrets, learned how to nurture our creatures, nourished our plants, to understand that they only grow together. And he learned to influence this delicate system for the better. The more effort he put in, the greater the impact. A true hero starts his journey any place he chooses, and eventually makes a difference everywhere he goes. By influencing the balance, supporting the resistance, and defying the invaders with just the right strategy. In return, our planet would grant him the powers of the Yards. But you can't become a citizen of Adelpha and change our world without it changing you as well.
There is a house in New Orleans. They call the rising sun, where thousands of young to salvation have gone. Oh God, she knows I'm one.
Don't let them get inside, Compare. They're not the good kind.
Derceto isn't cursed or blessed. It's a battleground.
Maybe the Dark Man just likes it when you suffer.
Have you ever talked to a doctor about your condition?
This is madness!
Are you crazy? Fall on your knees, wear the mask, praise his name!
Welcome to the madhouse, Detective.
I knew you would come, Arisen One.
Aye, make no mistake. The dragon will appear before you when the time is come.
Look out, Arisen! We're under attack!
Look here, you beast! Come and face me! Monster, watch out! You truly are formidable, Arisen.
Make manifest your will, that at last this world might.
Hold fast to your strength of will, Arisen One. Those who can be of aid to you will reveal themselves in time.
Thy will, thy soul, these are all the means thou hast to carve thy path anew.
Yet your wicked schemes will avail you not, Watching One.
PlayStation.
Peggy 12.
History's pretty big. And history can go in a lot of different directions.
It's all about this fight for history and who can control it.
The ability for us to kind of push boundaries outside of what actually happened.
In a way that hasn't been done in other 4X games.
What if we have alien visitors?
How is that going to affect history?
The ability to take it off the rails.
What if steam power was viable for real technologies?
Balloons and zeppelins and steampunk.
What if we have to fight off this evil rogue AI?
I think a history buff could get excited about the alternate takes on history.
One of the main things that sets Milennia off are the variant ages, which changes how the timeline goes every time you play.
You could go into a crisis age, like the Age of Blood, and immediately see impact all across the map.
We are showing so much at any given time in a much stronger way than other games tend to do.
We also have our deep economic model with the goods.
You can cut that tree down and make logs, but you could also take that tree and turn it into paper,
which can be used to make books and religious texts.
It always feels like there's something new going on in Milennia.
It's been really rewarding to see players get into ages for the first time.
When we hear somebody talking about their experience in the game.
I got into the Age of Revolutions, and all these rebels appeared out of nowhere.
And that's exactly what we're trying to build. We bring in experience and knowledge of how to create great games.
The only way that we know how to build games is to build games that we love to play.
Each game will be unique.
It makes replays a lot of fun.
It's not infinitely replayable, but I did the math, and it's a really high number.
Players are defining the ages. They're shaping the course of history. That's what Milennia is.
Hey, you ready to come play another game? Okay, new kid, we have all new rules this time. Now you can play alone or with 3 of your closest friends. Unless you don't have any friends, then you can just join matchmaking and play with randos. Now listen, Clyde has information that the elves are preparing to launch a massive attack on our kingdom. They've been spotted advancing their forces near Stark's Pond. We have to take them out before they kill us out. Good luck!
Yeah, get him, new kid!
They're attacking into a swarm. Show no mercy, new kid! You can't keep running into arrows and stay alive, dumbass.
Okay, very nice, guys.
I know you're hiding something, Cal, and we're gonna find out what it is. Weapons are nice, new kid, but this game's also about using cubs. You got Bard Escape, a blast from the axe. Try it out. You've been using that Bard Escape a lot, so be careful with your colon. Hey, player 2, he died again?
Well, you're just the best little healer, aren't you? You're making a mistake, Cartman.
Are you denying that you were gearing up your entire army to attack our fucking base?
Says who?
Says Clyde.
And do you always trust what Clyde says?
Hell no, Clyde's a total dumbass.
You're all acting crazy.
Got weapons here.
It's the apocalypse.
Prepare to die.
Kick that fucking elf's ass!
No! Good luck trying to ruin this game. I'm sure you'll manage.